Hey YouTube, USA Second Amendment here with the first part of a video. This video is going to have many parts that I'm going to put together into one big video. So I am going to redo the wheels, refinish the wheels on my 2005 Porsche Boxster. Now, let me show you why and what's going on, what had me get to this step. So the wheels you can see they're old, okay? So there's fading, it's just not a new finish. It doesn't look clean, and even though I wash them and clean them, I can't get them to where I want them. Obviously you can get the brake dust off and stuff like that, but this is the actual finish of the wheel coming off. So what I'm going to do, I actually looked first at new wheels. I was going to get brand new wheels. I was actually going to go with 19s. The problem is that was going to set me back for wheels and tires, was going to set me back almost $2,000. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if I can really justify spending that. I just bought the car, right? So what could I do in the meantime? Or what could I do and maybe I won't even want new rims because I actually like these rims. Really refinish the wheels. So let me show you what I'm going to do. So you might have already seen my video on Plasti Dip. Yes, I'm going to dip the wheels. I'm going to follow everything that dipyourcar.com suggests. I'm going to follow their tutorials down to the T. I am going to remove all the wheels. I'm not going to dip them on the car. I'm going to remove them. I'm going to wash them. I'm going to prep them correctly and really take my time. Me and a buddy, he's coming over this next week, and we're going to take a whole day to do it and do it right. That's the key. Take your time, do it right. So I've never done Plasti Dip before, but it'll be hopefully a good experience. And again, if I mess it up, if I don't like it, I just remove it. That's simple. Now, also, I got new center caps. So you guys can see the old center caps. They're faded. They look old. They look dingy. They just don't look good. That's going to look a lot better. It's amazing the difference right there. All right, so new center caps. New lug bolts. Okay, I actually got these from the UK. Let me get that to focus for you guys. Okay, I actually got these from the UK. I wanted lug bolts that would operate and looked like original OEM Porsche lug bolts, and that's exactly what this is. It has the floating washer. It has the divot on the top here. Come back over here to the car, show you guys. As you can see, original, let me get that to focus. There we go. That's the original OEM Porsche bolts. Obviously, they're all rusted and they just don't look good. So this is going to look a lot better. A lot better. So also, I'm going to do the wheels. I know a lot of people are like, well, what color? Okay, I'm going to do it in bright aluminum. That's what it's called. Bright aluminum. And I'm going to use a blue metallic. I know it's not focusing, guys. Sorry about that. There we go. I'm going to use a blue metallic for accents. Now, you say accents, what are you talking about? I'm not going crazy. Basically, on the rim, you see the outer rim, okay? That's going to be blue. The inner rim is going to be blue. And then the center cap, my idea is to tape off the Porsche logo. Ooh, man, that light is killing it. All right, tape off the Porsche logo and actually have the center cap blue. So this will be blue with the Porsche logo. Okay? That's the plan. I know that was a long intro to this video, guys. I apologize for that, but I was trying to explain everything to you. Stick around. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, the car is jacked up. The wheels are off. They are over here getting ready for washing and prepping. And then we'll set them up right there for the actual spraying. So, yeah, that's about it. Hopefully the car stays up there. We only had 2 jack stands. We had 2 jacks, so we got 2 jacks in the front and jack stands on the back. But I think it's pretty solid. I think we'll be all right. All right, stay tuned. I'll be back with another update for you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, the wheels are prepped. We washed them twice. Then we dried them. Then we used an air compressor right there to help dry them. We dried them again. Then we did pre-dip spray as well as dip release on the tire itself. Dip release on the tire, pre-dip spray on the rims. So, only thing left to do is start spraying. So we're going to do the base coat you guys see here is going to be the PDS in black. It's warmed up. It's actually been in here now for about 30 minutes. Just a warm bucket of water. That was actually suggested in the tutorial. So if you guys are trying to do Plasti Dip, warm up your cans. It sprays a lot better. I've seen people on YouTube videos do it, and it just sprays a lot better than it being cold. Today it's about 50 degrees here where we are, so definitely helps warming up the cans. But we're going to do probably 4 or 5 coats of that. There's 4 cans, there's 4 tires. Probably going to use a whole can on each tire. I am going to use a little bit on the emblems there. I'm going to spray those black, and then of course the silver, and then the blue. The idea is to do the emblems in blue. They'll end up being blue. But yeah, so you guys stay tuned. We'll be back at you later. All right, guys, the black is down. Took a little bit longer than I expected. This was pretty hard to spray. If you're saying that it looks splotchy or whatever, it's still wet. When it dries, it actually is a pretty good matte black finish. It's not perfect. It's my first time ever using Plasti Dip. It definitely sprays different than spray paint. So if you're used to spray painting, which I am, it sprays differently. The first rim I actually had a good bit of runs on, but I was able to fix them and correct them to where now you cannot even tell. So I'm going to wait for this to dry. I'll get the silver metallizer on it. And yeah, and that'll be it for the day. I'm going to let them dry overnight, and then I will get the blue accents, the blue metallizer going. I am going to go ahead and spray paint the center caps right there with the blue metallizer. So stay tuned. I'll be back. All right, guys, the bright aluminum is on the wheels. The bright aluminum covered so well. It went on way easier, way more coverage than the black. I do have a little bit of texture on it. Get you guys close so you can see that. I wasn't really going for texture, but it's my first time spraying, and I know that's a common first time thing, is that you have texture, or orange peel as some people call it. Doesn't really bother me. The wheels, or I say the wheels, the tires have Plasti Dip everywhere. Yes, we used the dip release, but it's just how it is. So I'm not going to mess with too much of that right now. That'll come off with washing and everything. Over here on the blue, so my idea was to spray the blue over the silver. The problem is, as you can see, it still looks silver. This is like got 4 coats of blue on it. And if I give you a little bit of a sheen, maybe you guys can pick up blue, maybe you can't. That is what I'm going for. That is over a black base. So I'm going to let these dry. I'm going to peel all this off, and I'm going to respray them with a black base. On the wheels, to get the blue that I want, I'm going to tape off and mask everything like I originally planned. And then I'm going to spray black before I spray blue. So the idea is this outer rim right here. Let me get that to focus. So the outer rim right here and the inner lip rim right there. Not inside, but what you see looking down, okay, or looking at the wheel right there. There's 2 lips. There's an outer lip and there's an inner lip. Both of those are going to be blue. So I'm going to tape off everything. I'm going to spray this black again, then do the blue over it, which will give us that right there. That nice blue metallic. So we're going to let them sit overnight, let them dry, then I'll get to taping, and we'll go from there and try to get the project done hopefully in the next couple days. I got work and everything, so hopefully it'll be done by the end of the week. All right, you guys stay tuned. All right, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update. So I'm in the masking process now. As you're seeing this, this is let's see, 3 days later. So these wheels have been sitting for 3 days, drying and curing and all that, mainly because I had to work and I wasn't able to get back to it. So getting back to it this morning, the masking is a pain in the butt, just to be honest with you. My initial idea was to paint this outer rim the blue and the inner lip rim the blue. I realized real quickly, this right here, it's not a sharp enough line and it's not raised up enough for me to really get the tape to stick and differentiate between the two surfaces. It just wasn't. Right now I don't see any way to get this taped off so that this part would be blue and that lip right there would remain silver because it's connected to the spoke. I just don't see any way to get that done. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to paint the inside lip the blue. And we're going to see how that turns out. One, the taping is a pain in the butt. Two, let me show you on this one because I haven't finished it yet. So this rim is very curvy, and what I mean by that is there's not a lot of sharp lines and not a lot of clear stop points and start points. For instance, like right here on every rim, this is all smooth and curved, all smooth and curved. So the question then is, where do I put the tape? Where do I put the cutoff line? So basically, what I'm doing, and hopefully this works out. Hopefully you guys can see that. Here, let me get on the other side. I think the light will show better. Yeah, all right. So basically what I'm trying to do, here, I'll use that one up there, is right where it starts to curve, sort of right in the middle of the curve, is where I'm putting the piece of tape, okay? Right there, you see some examples. And hopefully when you're looking at it straight on or when they're on the car, you won't really see that there's just a weird line in the middle of a curve. Hopefully it'll look like there's a sharper line or a cutoff, where obviously the blue is on that inner lip and then the spoke itself obviously is the silver. So we'll see. You guys stay tuned and I'll be back with you in a little bit. Alright guys, this is officially a Plasti Dip fail. I should have just stuck with the one color. So, word to the wise, stick with one color. Don't try to do two-toned rims. Maybe there's a way to do it. Obviously, the way I did it is not the right way. So, I did one rim to test it before I did all the other rims, and I'm glad I did. But all of them ended up ruining anyway because I already put painter's tape on all of them. So everything went down good. The blue was looking decent, just as an accent piece, as you see there. And I went to pull up the tape, and it just started ripping and bubbling. And you see here the edges started pulling up. And it did it on all of them. Then I tried to, damage control, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and take the tape off these other rims before I paint them. I'm not going to paint them anymore, yada yada. And as I'm taking up the tape, and I tried to do it nice and slow and very delicate, and it just, you guys can see, it just started pulling up. Just started pulling it up. There's nothing I could do. So back to square one. So I'm still going to post this video. I'm probably going to post it as a Plasti Dip fail video, and then I will do another video because I am still going to dip my wheels. I'm just going to do it one color. I'm not going to try to do the two-tone look anymore, except on the center caps. The center caps, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I got a black base down, and I got one coat of the blue metallizer on top of that. So I'm still going to do the center caps with the blue metallizer, and we'll see what happens with the rims. All right, guys, till next time, stay safe. God bless America.